Desert Harvesters welcomes you back to the second season of videos about nutritious and delicious native Sonoran Desert foods. In this series, we are focusing on Sonoran Desert food forest guilds, which means we will explore the relationships between overstory and understory plants. Rewild your taste buds and neighborhoods with this in mind.
Overstory plants of the Sonoran Desert food forest include mesquite, palo verde, and ironwood, the main food-producing bean trees. Depending on elevation, rainfall, and soil types, you will see these long-lived, deep-rooted legume trees anchoring the landscape and providing shade and nutritious pods and seeds.
These trees also shade and enrich the soil underneath them with organic matter and animal droppings, providing a protected environment, warmer in winter, cooler in summer, for germinating and growing plants. For this reason, bean trees are considered nurse plants to many understory species.
Ironwood and palo verde seeds can be harvested when they are green or dried. Seeds can then be sprouted, stir-fried, parched, ground, or steamed and eaten like edamame, or prepared in many other ways. Dry mesquite pods may be simmered in water or ground into flour for delicious beverages, broths, and baked goods.
Next is a demonstration for Mesqcafé Olé from the Eat Mesquite and More cookbook.
Mesquite is an overstory tree. It's a legume tree. And today we're going to make Mesqcafé Olé by starting with a mesquite broth or atole. And you can toast or not toast your mesquite beans. I'm using slightly toasted mesquite pods that I harvested a couple of years ago and stored in a really safe way. They're very dry and cool, and they'll store for a long time that way. So I'm pouring boiling water over them to cover, and then you can just let them simmer. Once you've brought them to a boil, you can just let them simmer for up to 24 hours or until the pods are kind of mushy and you can see them falling apart and separating the soluble fiber from the insoluble fiber and the seeds. So we're just going to let that cook. And I've cooked it until the beans are soft enough to actually be mashed. And I do like to use my hands to make sure that I've squished up all the pods and gotten all the soluble fiber out. And you can see inside the pods, you can see where the seeds will come out and the very tough fiber on the outside of the pod. Those will be strained off, but the soluble fiber and the more delicious flavor of the whole pod will come through. And pour it through the strainer, and the strainer will pick up the seeds and the very tough fibers. Here is the cooked atole that's been refrigerated, and the ratio of atole to milk is about 1/4 cup of milk to 2 cups of atole, but you can adjust it as you like. I'm pouring in the milk and then adding a little bit of chiltepin, ground chiltepin, a little bit of cinnamon, these are optional, and a pinch of salt. Salt brings out the natural sweetness. There is no added sugar in this recipe, but you can add it if you like. And you can serve this hot or cold. If you wanted to have it hot, you could preheat all your ingredients, or you could just mix them together and then heat them. There it is.
See the new Eat Mesquite and More cookbook for recipes and visit our website for further information. We invite you to rewild your taste buds and neighborhoods with these amazing food forest plants.
1, 2, 3. She has her light turned on, mountains colored in a hue of blue, pink and purple round her head. I want to touch her face. Sky so wide and clear, I see the